One thing that does not get enough credit in Dune Awakening is how beautiful the base building can be. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on what we did and hopefully give you guys some ideas on what you guys can do for your bases. Hi everyone, my name is Ando, and again, we're going to cover what my guild did as our first kind of attempt as a guild base. I think we're going to run iterations after this, and this is going to be a live series. So if you're interested in this, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more of this content and keep getting ideas from this series. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so this is my guild, the Blood Sand Battalion, and this is basically the southern approach to it. It is located kind of in the cliffs of Eastern Shield Wall, as you can tell. And this was a location that I guess my guild leader picked, and I think the elevation helps with some of the flying that's needed. But as you can see, there's the picture of our hull, two shield walls that you can go through, as well as this big cliff that's kind of behind us, protecting our flank, so to speak. All right, so vehicle ramp here leading up to our vehicle storage. It's a very big ramp, but again, it's built up on a cliff, and so there's a lot to like about this. So this is where we keep our sand bikes, as well as our buggies, as well as just some additional storage, especially very nice whenever you are mining or harvesting resources and you don't want to continuously run to wherever your storage area is. Also some water as well. So very well thought out. Have this walkway, and this is going to lead us right to our hull. And we haven't used this yet, but this is where I think there's plans to have kind of our briefings, meetings, etc. Where there will be some really like before operations, we will come sit down, take a look around. But I love the craftsmanship here. It's a very well lit area, and it's also it's suited. It's fitting, right? It's a nice area. Up here is where the officers would be. I think this is supposed to be second command spot till the guy up there is giving the marching orders to the troops. All right, so we're going to go into the officer section for a little bit. And man, does it pay to have some rank here, huh? Beautifully lit room. And this is supposed to be the war room, from my understanding. And it's a lot of space, but it's, officers are planning for the different type of operations that they're going to be kind of leading forward with the rest of the guild. Decided to give you guys a few little point of views of where some seating is at. But again, just love the detail, love the lighting, love the amount of stuff that you're able to kind of get out of the single game. I believe this is 2IC, so second in charge. Again, give you a nice little point of view. Read some books. In all seriousness, it just, again, still the lighting, the detail. I love how in depth you can get. Okay, so this is where one of our hangars is at for the ornithopters. I think mostly going to be scouts in here, but again, well lit, adequate spacing for parking, as well as the opening for flying through and getting in. I think we can fit up to about 8 of these ornithopters in. Here's a nice little view of another ornithopter, kind of if you're mid-run and you just want to land real quick, get some supplies out, refuel, all that good stuff. There's our tower, which we'll go into later. But right now we're going to head into the crafting room. Very well lit, very well spaced, in my opinion. Can be very efficient in here. And again, just looks really good. I mean, when you look at the entire layout, I just can't get over how good it looks. Repair station, and then we've got Obviously, all the blood. Got a few bodies in there. And the blood that's needed to make water, right? It's a very valuable resource. So you need quite a few of those. Then upstairs, we've got all of our resource mining, all the, chemical refinery, all the refineries essentially. You need those going at full blast, so that way you can kind of build these big mega bases. And then fittingly, we have below the logistics officer, right? This is his chamber, so to speak, his office. Again, give you a few point of views. Again, love the lighting, love the detail on all this. We are House Atreides, so that's fitting. Where he's able to kind of keep track of the resources that are just right above him. So again, everything. One thing I heard my guild leader saying is, everything's kind of got a purpose and everything's kind of got a reason where it's at. Nice little bed for him. Can be tired, can be tiring to keep track of all those resources, I'm sure. Or maybe just a little bit of rank. And has its privileges. Nice walkway out towards what I'm calling the barracks tower. I don't know if that's the official name, but we'll see a nice little skyline view of that sandstorm approaching right there, and then also that tower. So sandstorm's past us. We are kind of in the base of that tower, that barracks tower. Got a lot of open space. Again, just natural lighting is really good. The added lighting is very good. And the way this works is base levels are for probably, lower enlisted. These are going to be rooms eventually that are adequately furnished. So again, kind of your lower enlisted barracks room. Got a few of them on each floor. And then as we kind of go up, you'll see that each one of them gets a little bit better, a little bit more spacious, a little bit more detail. But again, there's, still a good place for everyone to have their own personal room, their own personal storage, their own personal, whatever they want to put in there. Again, each floor you'll see kind of continues to get bigger, and like I said, you'll see that it pays to be an officer in a guild like this. So again, this is probably maybe like your a little bit more seasoned player, maybe like a non-commissioned officer kind of role, maybe a junior officer kind of thing. And now is when now you really start to see the difference, right? This is I joked around with my guild leader that this is probably where the senior officers start to take their claim in this barracks tower. This is a nice little ornithopter location where you can land. Again, run in really quick to your room, grab some supplies, whatever you need, maybe some change in loadout, and be on your way. Again, a lot of really nice details. And this is, I think, the second to last floor. Again, just gets bigger. Rank has its privileges, but it's also got its duties. So all those that are spending time planning out what the next move is for the guild, such, that is going to be where they get to kind of lay some stake to some land. But just love how high this tower is. You can kind of see it from where that ornithopter landing pad is. And now we start to kind of get into the penthouse suites, as I call them. I believe this was 2IC's room. So again, very big, very nice, tons of detail in here, and it's not even been furnished yet. So just love the amount of detail that you can do inside of this game. And then here's our guild leader's room. Of course, he's got the digs here. He's got the table already set up, so he's probably he's starting to furnish his room. He's got the sweet views, unobstructed. Already got his bed picked out over here. And I like to just make fun of him right here because he even walks like an officer, right? Look at that. Look at that strut. That's perfect. That is a picture perfect strut right there. So again, I'm going to just show you now. There's that second hangar. And I just want to show you basically not a great access point. I think even my guild leader kind of, came forward and said that could be better. But this is for your bigger assault ornithopters and stuff like that have to get through. Got some good spaces where you don't want to clutter too much. Like these fuel generators, they can really start to clutter up a lot of things. So this was put in a spot that's kind of, not an eyesore, away from, the aesthetic, so to speak. Then I love this underneath the barracks tower staircase. This is where the real money is, right? All that water, the true treasure of Dune, right? Of Arrakis. That's gonna wrap it up for this edition of our base. Hopefully you get some ideas from it, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please click like and subscribe for more Dune content. Again, if you really like the base building, you think that you have some ideas, drop them in the comments down below. Let everyone know what you're doing with your base, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching.